All right, what is good? What's good? All right, we're back on. We're going to do Sagittarius 2020. It's the 2020 tarot spread for Sagittarius. We're going to pull 6 cards. You are back. Give you the intro. You're back with another episode of Gods and Goddesses Weather Report Tarot. It's your girl Jen Ether. So let's get into it. Before we get into it, I'll let you know what I got. I was actually listening to Spotify playlist and shuffling up the cards. As I was shuffling, I really didn't check for anything that came out. But as far as the songs go, we had the first song that played was Kalani Distraction. That song's hard as hell. I never even knew that was Kalani. But look it up. Y'all probably know it. Kalani Distraction. Then Jaquez or Jaquez Bed, BED came on. Then 7th Streeter featuring Chris Brown was next. Then this Jasmine Sullivan song. This is where it gets interesting. The Jasmine Sullivan song called Masterpiece, also in parentheses called Mona Lisa. Now this was like a self-love type of song. Then the next song, where the fuck is this shit at? The next songs, okay, the next songs that came on, I don't know where they're at. I wrote them down. Hold up, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, so after the Jazz Sullivan song comes on, the next song that came on was Window Seat. Now I'm going to start explaining what I got. And then Needed Me came on last. And then I cut the tape. So let me tell you what I got from the songs. These songs progressively built up. So you got Kalani. Kalani's talking about someone being a distraction. You want to be my distraction. So it's like you guys could have been dealing with or going into 2020, you could be dealing with some sort of distraction, whether it's a person or just situations that are distractions. But from what I got from the song selection, I'm thinking this is actually about a relationship. So we got Kalani Distraction. Then the next song we got was Jacquees Bed. Now, in this song, in the chorus, he says, what do he say? I don't want love. I just want to fuck. Basically saying, you know, he don't want to love. He just wants to fuck. Tell me what's the deal. Can he keep it real? You feel me? So you guys could be dealing with someone that you think's a distraction who really don't really want a relationship. They're non-committal, basically. They just want to have sex, but they're real about it. So you do know this. You're very aware of this. So the next song we get is the 7th Streeter, and it don't stop. So it's like you could be on a constant loop with this person. Like you could feel like, and it, or this person feels like, and it won't stop. That's like a happy song. They're happy about it not stopping. So there's at some point where you guys could have felt happy about this, but as the songs keep progressing, we get down to the Jasmine Sullivan song. So this song, like I said, was more like a self-love, self-worth type of song. And it was also talking a lot about inner beauty. So it's like you guys are going to really be looking into your inner self and tapping into your own inner beauty. And it's like, I also feel like you're going to be, like in the song, it said you're going to be shining bright. So, and the song had a very like classy type of R&B feel to it. It almost sounded like real reminiscent of something from like maybe the like the I don't know 70s maybe. I don't know. I don't want to because it wasn't funky, but it was just it was smooth. It was real classy. So it's like you guys are going to be letting your light shine. So I feel like you guys are going to be bold because you know Jazz got that bold ass voice, but there were certain parts where she was real sultry and just soft with it. So I feel like you guys are going to be bold, but then there's going to be times where like people ain't going to feel like you're not going to be that loud ratchet motherfucker trying to make your point. You're going now to make your point boldly, but still maintain your level of class as you do it. So also, Window Seat comes on. Now, this is my song. This is actually the video where Erykah Badu, Window Seats by Erykah Badu. Now, in this video, she's butt naked walking down the same street that President Kennedy got assassinated on. This street's in Dallas, Texas. So she's walking down the street and she actually gets assassinated in the video too, while she's butt ass naked. Now, from what I see, go watch this video. It really looks like she just literally took her, like, it don't look like these are extras that they paid to be in the video. No, it looks like Erykah Badu took off her clothes and walked down the street while pedestrians were walking down the street because people look shocked. Kids look like, what the heck? You got to see it. And let me know. Drop it in the comments on what y'all think about that. But anyway, so like I said, she even gets assassinated herself in the video. This was like an homage to the Kennedy assassination. So I feel like you guys are going to be shedding your egos, which would be like the symbolism of her being butt naked. So you guys are going to be shedding your egos and showing your most genuine and truest versions of yourself. And you'll be standing for what you believe in, even if you feel alone or outcasted while doing so. You got to figure. She, like I said, they were looking at her like she was crazy walking down that street. She definitely felt alone and she was definitely an outcast. So you're going to be spending a lot of time alone and evaluating the world, because she was talking about looking out the window seat. She don't want nobody window seat, don't want nobody next to me. Yeah, I mean, so you're not going to want anyone next to you. You're just going to want to really evaluate things and take things in and get your own perspective. Maybe you guys have been, as we all have, as we get older, we get our own perspective on things, because as we're coming up, we got our parents, we got the schools, we got the news channels, we got different television shows, all giving us their perspective. But as we start to get into like 25, 30, 35, depending. That's like when we really start gaining our own perspective, because we've had enough life experience to gain our own perspective and see things from our own vocal or focal point, our own lens. So you guys are definitely going to be looking at the world through your own lens in 2020. Now the next song that came on, now basically I just feel like I said, it started off with the distraction and with the bid. Like you were dealing with someone that only really wanted to fuck. Let me keep it real. Girl, you know the deal. You know what I mean? They were a distraction and it was on a round and round a loop. But then I feel like you broke up with this person because you started getting this self-love that comes in with this masterpiece Jasmine Sullivan song. And now in 2020, you're really delving into just being by yourself, the window seat, and looking at the world. So now I feel like you're also reflecting back and getting the maybe an aha moment. Maybe this is giving you time to reflect back on even the past, especially when we leave different things. We have to reflect back to kind of get the lesson. So I feel like you're realizing now, because Rihanna's song was the last song, that this person needed you. The song was Needed Me by Rihanna. So you realizing this person needed you. This could all be a result of you leaving a relationship, yep, and you feeling like your ex needed you. I wrote down notes. So now you feel better as an independent. You're feeling good. Like I said, you're stepping into your shit. You're letting your light shine bright. You're letting your own, you're picking up on your own perspectives and really living in your truest, most authentic self, as your most true and authentic self. So you could feel like this person was more like a fling also, because she talks a lot of shit in that song. So even if you were dealing with this person, you could have been dealing with them because maybe because of the loop. Maybe it was a karmic loop. So maybe you just couldn't get out of the loop, but you never really, like, you knew this wasn't going to be someone you would marry, but you were on this karmic loop with this person. But you feel like this person could have had codependency or attachments to you. So at the end of the day, when you walk away, you're singing your song like, you needed me. All right, so let's see where we at. We're about to get into the read in 9 minutes. I got a time limit on here today. I gotta erase some shit. All right, y'all. So now we're going to pull and see what's going on with y'all. My Sagittarius for the year of 2020. The first card we're going to pull is the card of the year. I'm just going to pull them out. I'm going to pull the whole spread and then I'll start explaining. So let's get the card of the year first. Get your card of the year, Sag. Whoop. Come on. I need Sagittarius' card of the year. Looks like you guys are going to have a busy year. A lot of stuff keeps wanting to drop out. Okay, you guys got 2 cards of the year. Let's put them face down for now. Now we're going to get what's the lesson. What's the lesson that you're going to be learning in 2020? What's the lesson that Sagittarius is going to learn in 2020? What's the lesson that Sagittarius is going to learn? What's the lesson that Sagittarius is going to learn in 2020? What's the lesson? How many cards is this? We'll take them. I feel guided to take them. I didn't want to take all of them. 4 cards. All right, so now we're going to see where should you be directing your energy in 2020. All right, what's your biggest challenge in 2020? Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius' biggest challenge in 2020? What's your most valuable blessing of 2020? Now we're going to switch decks for the first group I've done this for. All my cards have been pre-shuffled. This is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate. I mean, this is a future prediction, so, you know. What's your biggest challenge? Or your most valuable blessing? That's what that is. We'll get one more. What's your most valuable blessing? Let's see what else comes out. What's your most valuable blessing? What's Sagittarius' most valuable blessing in 2020? Ooh. Yeah, I've been aching too since I've been dealing with y'all. What's going on with that? Y'all been achy. Ever since I tapped in or started getting into your energy, I started feeling my bones all sore and shit. Alright. Overall, what are you stepping into in 2020? What are you stepping into? What will you be stepping into overall in 2020? All right, I pulled another deck. Started pulling from another deck, a tarot deck, because I wanted to see if any matches came out. Just to see. Be interesting. See how that plays. So, Sagittarius, the card of the year. Your cards of the year. Whoa! You got the Death card. You got the Death card. And then you got the King of Coins. So, the card of the year, you guys could be leaving a job, leaving an employer, leaving a business partner. That's what I'm seeing. It's almost like you had a business partner that just wasn't cutting the slack. They're saying, please, let me keep my job. Maybe you guys are bosses of a company. Please, don't fire me. Death. So it's like you guys are going to be ending something. That's going to be your card of the year, is putting an end. Let's see. We're going to clarify for the Death card. Have to. Clarify for death. What's death for Sagittarius? Give me more for death. Give me more for death. Put something else on death for Sagittarius so I can understand what this is. What's this death about for Sagittarius? There could be a death between a relationship. Yeah. Yep. This is like what I was channeling with the damn songs. Okay, the reason why I saw that too is because the Empress came out when I went to clarify the death card. The Empress came out and she was kind of looked like she was sitting right next to this guy. Even though she was right next to him, but she wasn't right next to him. So now the Empress, a lot of times they'll say that the Queen of Coins is the closest thing to the Empress out of all the queens. The Queen of Coins, which would be the counterpart to this King of Coins. Now in this deck, like I said, still I feel like someone's getting fired. I still feel like you could have been in for some of you guys, you could just be breaking up with someone. But for another group, you guys were actually in business with this person, or you guys had something to do with money together. Something with money was involving you and this relationship or just a business. But this person, you see how they look lazy, like they're asleep on the job. They're not even watching this coin. Someone could steal the coin off of them. So I feel like at one point you are actually the Queen of Coins. Like I said, that's who they say is the closest to this Empress. And it's the match, of course, to the King of Coins. So at one point you are this person's match. But at some point you leveled up and you became the Empress. And that's what caused the death. So your card of the year is going to be actually that playing out. Either you leaving a relationship, leaving a job, but you're going to be leveling up. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You can still be the Empress, Sag. You can still take on that energy. Now, all it really is that you're kind of you're going more from your feminine energy, feminine aspects. So you're using your intuition. You're using more your intuition and your intuition and your spirituality to make your decisions. And you're also very balanced as the Empress. So that's boss. That's the Empress is a boss. So now the lessons that you're learning in 2020, you're learning how to balance yourself out. You're learning how to bring justice for yourself. A lot of times people will wait for the universe to do this. This is a lesson I learned this year, or actually last year in 2019. So in 2019, I had a tower moment. Now, this tower moment could have probably been avoided. It doesn't matter. Anything that happens is meant to happen. You feel me? But what I did learn about these tower moments, oh shit. I got to go back to your cards of the year. But what I did learn about these tower moments is that if I would have called my own justice, I wouldn't have had a tower moment. So you guys are learning how to call your own justice and kind of do it yourself without the universe having to step in. Because when the universe has to step in, it's always like 10 times worse. You know what I mean? Because it's been so prolonged that it has no choice but to be worse. So you guys are calling your own judgment. You're also, as I noticed yesterday for the first time in this justice card, is you see the heart and the feather. This is Thoth. Now, he's measuring this heart, and your heart must be lighter than a feather to get in. So, or to cross over into the underworld. So basically what you guys are doing is you're shedding anything that would make your heart heavier than this feather. So anything that you dealt with this breakup, anything that you had to go through, you're just letting it go, you're shedding it off, and you're actually becoming a brand new person. Now, real quick, since we're talking about it, when you had to cause death to this person, or not, not that you killed them, but when you caused death to the relationship, as you guys knew it, because you leveled up to become the Empress, you then got balance. You then began to balance yourself out, find temperance within yourself, and you became very happy as an independent person. Okay, so that justice card, that's one of your biggest lessons that you're going to have to learn in 2020. One of your biggest lessons is going to be learning to shed off anything that is just not helping you. If it's something that you've kind of moved on from, there's no reason to harbor negative thoughts. I mean, you know, it's natural to have them for a while, but you don't want to clench on to them. You want to be able to naturally let them shed as time moves on. So you're also going to be learning how to work on achieving your goals, working on having your victory. But now what I see in this is that this is one person, of course, one person banging away. So you're going to be learning how to work independently by yourself and believe in yourself and believe that you can have this victory by yourself. This is the victory card. So you're going to be learning to believe in yourself. That's going to be your biggest lesson. Now let's clarify for the moon card. That's the 9, almost a completion. What's up with the moon? Put something on the moon for the lessons. Too many cards. Put something on the moon for the lessons. All right, with the moon, I just feel like you guys, I'm looking at this crab. I feel like you guys are going to be using your intuition and really coming from out of a dark, not a dark, but I feel like you guys have been maybe very emotional lately because you see this crab who's coming out of these waters. So these waters are very deep. The waters represent emotion. So it's like you guys have been deep in your emotions. And a lot of times if you go too deep, it's good to be aware of your emotions. I mean, that's how you're able to tap in. That's how I can feel certain things with you guys when I'm using my intuition. It's good to be well aware of them. But when you go too deep and get lost into like the negative dark sides of them, it can sometimes, or it can always block your intuition. So this is like the illumination from the moon. So it's like you guys are coming out so you can get your illumination and really use your intuition, which is going to help you with this victory. So let's put something on this moon. We got the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck for the moon. What I'm trying to clarify. So yeah, this is going to help you gain your victory as maybe even some moon rituals for you guys that really did delve deeper into the occult. Even moon gazing, going outside at night and just taking a walk or thinking up under the moon will work for you. Yep. So doing this, going outside, or just getting your illumination, just using your intuition. And also the moon is also the feminine. The sun is the masculine. So tapping into that feminine energy, which is also represented by you showing up as the Empress, is going to help you know what your next move is going to be. And I keep seeing these pyramids in the backgrounds, and I'm looking at these pyramids as stability. You see, this water is not the roughest, but it's not the calmest. So you really want to be on this dry land. You're trying to get there. And also, like I said, this is the mystery system, because the temples, or the temples and the pyramids, were used as mystery schools. So you also are going to use your intuition and get more knowledge. You want to get in here. You want to really get into this initiation stage to where you're tapping in to your third eye and crown chakra. So that's a lot of what you're going to be learning in 2020. So where should you direct your energy, Sag? All right, you should be directing your energy on the new. You got something coming in for a lot of you guys in 2020. Like I said, you're working on being this independent person. So you've already, we saw the 8 of coins, I believe that was, come out. Yep, the 8 of coins that came out. So this is showing that you have been putting in work, or you will be putting in work. So by the time we get to a certain point of the year, you will be waiting for your ships to come in. You're going to be quite sure that you've done just enough work to be confident to wait for your ships to come in.
You should also be directing your energy on anyone that's opposing you. Now, we ain't saying, when I say direct your energy, I'm not saying focus on people that are opposing you, but make yourself aware. Know that it's not just laughs and giggles out here. Know that you are going to have people that are up against you, so you will want to protect yourself. Now, you can go through many means of protection, but you will want to protect yourself. That means maybe not telling everyone what you're doing. Maybe keeping everything closer to your chest. You know what I mean? Just little things to make sure that you're protecting yourself, because you want to be directing your energy towards your emotional fulfillment. And I also keep seeing this snake here, which represents knowledge, but it's like for the it's like if you put these elements together, you got the knowledge, you got love, which will bring you emotional fulfillment. So there's something that you're going to be doing and you should be directing your energy towards, which is surrounded in knowledge, but it will also bring you emotional fulfillment. And for even for me, like I've been able to get my knowledge. I've been on a search for knowledge for about a decade now, and of course, the whole decade, I really learned different things along the way until I got here to tarot. Now, once I got to tarot, I did feel a different sort, or not even tarot alone. Before I got to tarot, I got to like metaphysics and the occult. That's where I started getting this the heart snakes, like, oh, an emotional fulfillment. And guess what it led me to? Tarot, where I could actually get money. Not that it's all about money. Of course, I do these for free every day, but where I can actually be paid based off of something that I love to do, based off of deep knowledge from the mystery system. You feel me? So that's where you want to be focusing your energy on. Now, your biggest challenges in 2020. Okay, yep, right up under this too. So it's right where we started at, right up under where we started at. Your biggest challenges are going to be calling this judgment. Remember, we started with the death card for your card of the year. So this is going to be your biggest challenge, is actually what your card of the year is calling this judgment in. And we got the justice card, we got the death card, and we got the judgment card. So we know you're definitely ending something. You're putting something to an end. I believe it's a relationship for another group of you. It's a job for another group of you. It's a mixture of the same thing. Yep. Being independent and not having this king in your throne. Now, this is actually the queen of coins, right up under where the king of coins was. It's right up under him. So this is you no longer having this king sitting here and you just have this by yourself. I also been noticing, usually it's the empress that's pregnant, but in this deck, it looks like it's the queen of coins that's pregnant. So you guys could also be with child, which is making it also very difficult. That's why it's going to be your biggest challenge. Or you could just have a newborn, or you could just have a baby. We also see that being represented by this rabbit, because we know the rabbit represents fertility. So now we got the for one of your biggest challenges. It's the same thing, walking away. You have a lot of memories with this person. It's going to be hard. As you're walking away, you're looking back. So it's going to be very hard. This is going to be one of your biggest challenges. Now, your most valuable blessing of 2020. Crazy. It's the judgment card again, right next to the judgment card. I knew it was going to be cool to pull like this. Right next to it, yo. We just pulled it. Once you call this judgment, you're going to realize, even though it's very hard, remember, this is your biggest challenge was judgment. But your biggest blessing is also judgment. Also, your biggest blessing will be, it's the Eight of Swords. So I'm looking at this. This is a different deck. This Eight of Swords is becoming unstuck. So because you call judgment, you're going to be unstuck, which is going to allow you to be on that bus, taking that window seat, feeling free. You don't want nobody next to you. You just want to do your own thing and actually explore life and get your own perspective. So now we're going to see what your overall, what are you stepping into overall? So overall, it looks like you're very passionate. I'm going to look him up. I'm going to have to make 2 videos. Which I hate doing. Okay, so news and announcements. Yeah, so overall what you're stepping into is news. Either you giving news. This could be bad news. This could be that breakup. Announcements, messages arriving, courageous, dark youth, loyal friend, decent character, a person to be trusted, inherited intelligence and skills, instability, reluctance, indecision. Okay, so I feel like you're going to be stepping into a bit of indecision. I also feel like, because you see how both of these cards, you see how there's that envelope on his hand tattooed? And then you got this envelope right here. So you guys are definitely going to be delivering a message coming into the year. And I feel like this message is going to be about this breakup. This could even be about severing ties. Like I said, if this is about a business thing, like a compensation. Thank you for being with us, but we no longer need you. Here's a compensation for your time. Or this could be about with a baby's mom, baby's dad, child support. But yeah, you're stepping into this year passionate about what you have to do, and you're willing to do whatever you need to do. Whatever you got to do to compensate, whatever you have to do to get out of it. You just know you're passionate for your new beginning. You want that window seat. You want to feel, because this actually remind me of the Mona Lisa. Even though this is a man, this person is vibrant. They're very passionate. They're beautiful. And they know who they are. They show who they are. They don't give a fuck. They're giving out bad messages, good messages. They don't care. They just deliver the messages. Don't shoot the messenger. That's how they feel. So you guys are definitely going to be stepping into this year delivering this message to this person or to this job or to this situation. I, Sagittarius, thank you for kicking it with your girl, Jen Ether. You have just watched another episode of Gods and Goddesses Weather Report Tarot Readings. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.